Hi, and welcome to Ministry Through Music. Today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite Christmases. In 1999, we got to spend Christmas and New Year's in Paris. So we were actually there at the turn of the century. It was really cool because we'd been to Paris in July and I got to play some of the great organs in Paris. And we came back thinking, oh, if we could go again, it would be wonderful. Well, we had time off from work. I did at the time, and I thought, let's see if we can do it. So we got some great tickets because we flew out on the 23rd and we arrived in Paris on the 24th, Christmas Eve. And then we stayed until right after New Year. So we got a great deal on tickets and we found a great hotel, La Motte Piquet. It's the Hotel de la Motte Piquet in the Rue Claire area, close to where we had stayed before. And again, not too far from the Eiffel Tower. So that all worked out really quick. Well, at the same time, another gentleman I worked with, he and his fiance were going to be coming from Switzerland and driving through, and they had rented a farmhouse in the Loire Valley. So the Loire is a beautiful area where there's a lot of chateau. And he said, why don't you and Kate come out, take the train out to Vendôme, and then meet up with us, and you can come spend a couple of nights in the farmhouse and you can see some of the chateau. And so we knew that was going to be planned. Well, then I spoke with Henri Corrado, who was the distributor for Alcon McBride products in France. And he said, well, I would love to help you. He says, I can pick you up at the airport. I can take you back to the airport so you won't have to deal with all of that. What are you going to do for Christmas Eve? And I thought, I don't know. I'd hoped I could get into either Saint-Sulpice or Notre Dame for their Christmas Eve Mass, but that was not going to happen because it was already booked up. It was very difficult to get in. And I said, well, we don't have anything planned. And he said, well, let me see what I can do. So we arrive in Paris, and Henri picks us up at the airport. And he says, would you like to stop and have a little something, a little snack? And I said, well, we did have a little something on the plane, but that would be nice. So on the way to our hotel, he goes down the Champs-Élysées and we stop at La Durée, which is a beautiful patisserie. And they have wonderful macarons. That's what they're known for, the little meringues. But they also have great pain au chocolat, the chocolate croissants, which we really liked. And so we had a lovely little snack with Henri, and then he took us on to the hotel. As soon as we got to the hotel, he said, now, I want you ready because I want to pick you up tonight. And he said, I have a special place I'm going to take you for a meal. He said, it's very hard to get places to eat in Paris, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Well, we didn't have anything planned for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. We were just going to eat whatever we could find. And so instead, he took us to this really, really nice restaurant in the Bois de Boulogne, which is Le Pré Catalan. And it was a 2-star, a Michelin 2-star at the time. It is now a 3, so it's quite a nice place to go eat. Very difficult to get reservations for, but he managed to do it. And it was so relaxing because he picked us up, and here we are, Christmas Eve in Paris, and we're sitting down at this lovely table, and you'll see the menu, I'll show that. It was just incredible because the atmosphere was very very candlelight it seemed to be, and the food was incredible. And anyone that knows me knows I love cheese. So the fromage in France is my favorite, and the stronger the taste, the better. So when the server came by, he said, what cheeses would you like? And I said, très fort, très fort. I really wanted very, very strong cheeses, especially lait cru. So I wanted him to pick out, because lait cru is raw milk. So I said, please pick out the cheeses for me. So he picked out the normal 3, just to see if I would eat them. He came back around again, and I had eaten all of the 3 pieces. I thought it was wonderful. So he ended up giving me the other couple of pieces, which they don't usually do. And so I got a chance to try 2 other cheeses. And then the meal ended with a great dinner. Or a great dessert, and then we got to go back to the hotel. Well, then we got up Christmas morning, and we got dressed in our nice, dress clothes, and we went to Notre Dame. We get to see at Notre Dame de Paris. We got to go to the Mass, the Christmas Day Mass, which was incredible. They had the organ in the back, which is the big organ, the Grand Orgue, and then they had the smaller organ at the front down near the altar, which is the orgue de chœur, the choir organ. Both of those were being used. They had the ensemble from the Paris Opera doing part of the music, and they had, of course, they had the choir, and then everyone, the cathedral was packed. The procession in was just absolutely magical, just the candles and the music and the singing and the organ. It was amazing to me. I mean, I couldn't have spent a better Christmas, really. And so the rest of our stay in Paris, it was, off and on going to different places, just trying to relax and enjoy it. I had an offer from Marie Bernadette Dufossé Hakim, get her name correct. She was the organist, one that I studied with in July. And she said if I was going to be there, we could go ahead and do a lesson if I wanted. So, of course, I want to do another lesson. And she's organist at the Champ de Mars church there. And so I thought, okay, this would be a great opportunity to play an organ again. Well, when I got there, she wanted to know how long I was going to stay. And I said, well, we're here for a week and a half. And she said, oh, well, I will just write the instructions and you hand it to the priest. And when you want to come in and practice, if there's nothing going on, feel free to practice. So I got to do that a couple of times, which was really neat to go in. Of course, he locked me in for a couple of hours, and I got a chance to just play the organ as much as I wanted. And I was by myself, but I actually did sing O Holy Night in French as I played for myself, just because I wanted to hear in the acoustics of that room what it was like. Sadly, my ADAT recorder that I had did not get that recorded properly. I was having trouble with it, so I don't have that. But there was a lot of interesting things that year in Christmas. Not only did I get to play the organ, and we got to visit our friends out at the farmhouse in the Loire, which was wonderful. We got to see Le Clos Lucé, which is where Leonardo da Vinci spent his last years, the great artist, mathematician. And so Kate loved that. She got to go around and see some of his artwork that was there. We got to see some of his inventions. That was incredible while we were out there. We had to do some shopping in a little village nearby in Amboise. And so I got to go into the butcher shop and order a couple of pieces that I wanted to do, that we were going to do a French meal. So we got to do that. I got to play the organ, and it was just a wonderful time. Then we all got to come back and have our New Year's Eve celebration at the Eiffel Tower. I mean, what a way to spend the millennium. It was really incredible. It was wonderful. And so I thought for this Christmas that I enjoyed so much, that we all enjoyed so much, that I would go ahead and do O Holy Night in French. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the French is correct.
Minuit chrétien, c'est l'heure solennelle où l'homme Dieu descendit jusqu'à nous. Pour effacer la tâche originelle et de son Père arrêter le courroux. Le monde entier tressaille d'espérance en cette nuit qui lui donne un sauveur. Peuple à genoux, à toi délivrance, sauve, la terre est libre et le ciel est ouvert. Il voit un frère où n'était qu'un esclave, l'amour uni se qu'enchaînait le fer, qui lui dira notre reconnaissance, c'est pour nous tous qu'il naît, qu'il souffre et meurt.